Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this, your Cancer May 2025 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, clairvoyant. Well, I've got a great deck for you this month. Do you know, I got this about, it's a long time ago now, 25 years ago, I suppose. It's called the Archeon Tarot. I obtained it in about the year 2000, somewhere between 2000 and 2005 or something like that. And do you know what? I haven't used it much at all. I haven't used it, I don't think, for a while. I can't remember the last time I used it, actually. But what I do love about it is that the imagery on it is very wistful. It's very intuitive. It's almost as if there is a mist or a veil. It's a dream-like quality that requires us to interact with our souls rather than with our minds to the energies that are being thrown up and highlighted by the cards. The cards themselves, of course, don't have energies. What they do is they're signposts of energies which are around. Now, you know, of course, that as a clairvoyant, that I provide clairvoyant readings to people all over the world via Apple FaceTime or Google Meet or Microsoft Teams. And if you're interested in seeing what's involved in that, it's about an hour and a half, an hour and 3/4, then check out the information that's in the description. Now, I charge for that. I have to. I've got expenses like everybody else. But there's another gift which I do provide and which I am happy to, and I must provide it to anybody that asks, and I must get nothing in return. And that is the gift of healing. Now, in this, the comfort and relief of the beloved, the healing of the beloved, comes through to anyone who seeks it. And I am to get nothing for it. So make use of it if it's calling out to you. The details of that are in the description as well. And don't be shy. Just don't be shy. In all this time, there isn't anything I haven't come across, I can assure you that. Now, there are no video advertisements breaking their way into this content, and so you get to enjoy the experience direct. And let's see what there is here for you, shall we? Show me the magic. There is the Fool. It's like that energy of the Fool with the Ace of Wands on the top row. In the center is the Hermit. Hello, Hermit. Good to see you, old chap. It's the Five of Swords, which you'll be dealing with, no doubt. And there is the Six of Pentacles. Well, it doesn't get any better than that. Now, why don't you come and sit down here next to me? And we can have a look at the cards. Now, I'll bring the camera around so everybody else can see as well. And you and I can pull back the veil that's in front of these images here so that we can see what they have to say and listen to them speak. And I'll do the reading for you. This is going to be a good month for you, I think. Let me just have an initial look here. Great creativity, new beginnings and starts here. I think this is very important. I'm just talking about some alone time, self-love here. Great success coming to you as a result of this. And this is maybe a disappointment with something or somebody, but it's not the end of the world. You get past it. Let me look at this first. The imagery here is really jumping up at me. This is the Fool. Now, what I'm getting from this now is that for you, there is a great openness and a trust in yourself. You'll be ready to take a risk and have the courage to stand your ground. There's freedom around you now, a desire for independence, great creativity, enormous potential, which is being also heralded by this thing here. And you know what? I think you'll also be listening to your heart's voice while you live in the present. New beginnings are here. There's no way around it. And you might be taking a leap into a new you or a new direction. Now, this Fool is denominated here, I suppose, by a woman, but really this energy represents both father and mother. in the most abstract of forms. This isn't a confusion, but it's really recognizing that this is a mixture of the male and female principle here. Now, I'm just looking at this woman. There's a shaft of light which is coming through along there. Can you see that? Let's have a look at it again here. It's almost like a long umbilical cord connecting you with cosmic oneness and wrapping around this figure here and wrapping around you. This is saying, I think, that there is now the real possibility of rebirth being given to you on all four planes of your existence: your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, and your physical. You do, of course, need to be ready to change in all areas. That's your responsibility for your self-development. Now, there is a mask I can see here. It's sort of in a heart shape, really, and I think this represents emotional rebirth for you and the recognition, understanding, and acceptance of your true emotional needs. This line coming down here, which has light, this orange thing with light reflecting onto it, I think represents something of a vulnerability and sensitivity and a recognition that they are requirements for love of yourself and also of other people. And I think it also speaks for you now to have and to accept the ability to set limits and to say no in unclear relationships. Now, there's a transformation going on here with you now, and I think that this whole energy here, and I'm looking at this blue color, that represents healing and health for you. What can I also see here? This other mask here, it's almost like a human face in a way. I think that this is bringing the question of relationship into the picture, the quality of your relationships with family, friends, business associates, and deep emotional bonds must be re-examined and re-evaluated. Now, which people do you really want to have around you? I notice this also here, that the huge moon that's in the background of the picture here, I think this is testifying that you'll have endurance and leadership qualities, as well as the ability to work independently and self-sufficiently. The moon, of course, can get into your subconscious. It's a representation of your subconscious in a way, and this is saying that now it is realistically possible to break through old, worn-out conditionings. Now, sometimes, well, the moon, it rises at night, doesn't it? And darkness can sometimes give rise to fear for people because they don't know what's out there. But you will find, as you see this woman walking or running assuredly forward, that you will not have fear. You'll give no attention to fear. Fear will have lost its power over you, and you'll know that it cannot injure you at all. I think that this woman shows that she has an unshakable faith in existence, which allows her to be aware of fearful feelings. You can be aware of them, but without being their victim. She really is liberated, isn't she? And able to be receptive for peak experiences. There are basic dynamic powers which are being released within you, which are going to drive you forward just as it drives this woman here forward. And I think that this onrushing, creative, unfolding process just won't be able to be held back. Now, the moon, of course, so prominently displayed, the moon does, as you know, reflect the sun, and the sun symbolizes the creative and transformatory powers that are released by the melting, the use of your basic sexual energy. So I think you are ready for a new beginning, perhaps even a quantum leap. So give in and dare to take that leap. Even if fear attempts to hold you back, it has no power over you, and its dead remains, its corpse can no longer threaten you. Trust the voice from within your heart. Now, what is fear for you? How do you imagine this courageous leap into the new? What does it look like? And where does your heart call you to go? And say to yourself, I now follow my heart. I am open and ready to go wherever it may lead me. I am a radiant being. I am a living treasure. I honor and value the unlimited resource of courage which is within me. I respect the nature of whom I am, and there is nothing to fear. Now, there was another one there that was leaping out with a lot of things to say. Oh, actually, it's right in the center here. And it is this card. And this is a period, I think, where you are going to be finding your own light, perhaps going inward, completing that harvest that was referred to in the Fool, and resting in your own center here. You know, the hermit really has set out in search of internal fulfillment and has found the light within. And he is so fulfilled by the wealth of the inner realm that the external world, in a sense, appears colorless and unimportant. Do you know, when you rest in yourself, you have come home. And in this process of going within, the message coming up here for you is to just, because you do so much for other people out of love and affection for them, the question is, do you really have a sufficient love for yourself? And this is saying that this month you will obtain that love and awareness for yourself. It is important. When you love yourself, you become beautiful and the whole world recognizes it. So do your thing and don't care what anybody else thinks about it. Life is too short to waste any amount of time on wondering what other people think about you. I mean, in the first place, if they had better things going on in their lives, they wouldn't have the time to sit around and talk about you. What's important is not what others' opinions of you are, but what your opinion is of yourself. Now, I know at times you can feel different to other people, and this is a good thing. And when you're different, sometimes you don't see the millions of people who accept you for what you are. Maybe all you notice is the person who doesn't. And understand this, that the only person who can pull you down is yourself. And you're not going to let yourself pull you down anymore. That's what this is saying. You see, it is genuinely true to say that you are the most beautiful person in the world, and everybody sees light and rainbows when they look at you. But if you don't know it, all of that doesn't even matter. Every second that you spend on doubting your worth, every moment that you use to criticize yourself, is a second of your life wasted. It is a moment of your life thrown away. And let's face it, it's not like any of us have forever. So don't waste any of your seconds. Don't throw even one of your moments away. I think what this is also saying is that you will find, perhaps at some time in the future, is that one of the greatest regrets in life is what others would want you to be rather than being yourself. The person in life that you will always be with the most is yourself. Because even when you are with others, you are still with yourself too. When you wake up in the morning, you're with yourself. Lying in bed at night, you are with yourself. Walking down the street in the sunlight, you are with yourself. Now, what kind of person do you want to walk down the street with? What kind of person do you want to wake up in the morning with? What kind of person do you want to see at the end of the day before you fall asleep? Because that person is yourself, and it's your responsibility to be that person that you want to be with. But as it happens, and it's no coincidence, here it is, this Ace of Wands. And this powerful scepter here is just one of the many symbols of the power that are going to be within you at this time. This has Cancer all over it. I think you might find Virgo and Leo hanging around in your life somewhere as well. You're going to have high and strong energy. There is also here a new start that was foreshadowed by this Fool, and possibly also a passionate union here. You're going to find that your life forces are surging. Now, this is the second highest energy card in sets of tarot. And what we find here is an affinity with the fire signs. And I think that you will have energy or characteristics of those fire signs with you at the moment. Aries, for example, will bring you leadership and desire. Leo will bring you character and energy. And Sagittarius will bring you insight and a broad understanding of things and how they all work together. This is saying that all the security and certainties that you might have been wrongly clinging to are going to be shaken and destroyed by the impact of the energies that are breaking through now. And if all obstacles are out of the way, well, then renewal in all areas of your life is going to take place. There is a revitalizing power filling your entire being with new light. Now it is important for the free-flowing energies to have a creative outlet. You can use the energy only if you have a goal towards which you can direct it. And the next step, after releasing the blocks and ensuring that you genuinely love yourself, is to find the right framework into which to set this energy free. Now, interestingly, this was on the same horizontal as the Fool, and this is also saying that this is a time in your life when there's going to be a breakthrough moment or an insight, and you'll be inspired and motivated to move your life forward. Your life is going to start moving forward in new directions here. There's a big opportunity around. It's going to open up for you, and it's the perfect time to draw upon your imagination and to make your dreams happen. Now, you may say to yourself, look, there are a few brick walls out there, but this is saying that brick walls are not there to keep you out now. The brick walls are there to give you a chance to show how badly you want something. because the brick walls really are there to stop the people who don't want it badly enough. They're there to stop the other people, not you. Now, it is true that sometimes you might, during this period, be saying goodbye to some situations or some people. And look, yes, it hurts to let go, to say goodbye for the final time, but remain distant in that closing off, even though it might tear your heart out to the point of insanity. But you will find the pieces of your worth, and you will start creating yourself again. And in this journey of transformation, which is being spoken of here, you find the essence of what truly matters: self-love, inner happiness. It's life. We all fall at some stage, but it's now possible for you to decide whether you want to stay on the ground. Remember, every sunset is the opportunity to make a reset. Set fire to any broken pieces and start anew. And never underestimate the power you have to take your life in a new direction. And then I promised you success, and here it is. So there is success coming from these changes in the way you look at things and at yourself that's here. Now, this is the moon in the second decan of Taurus, which is the 1st to the 10th of May. Look, this is really good because the moon is exalted in Taurus, and the moon likes nurturing and comfort, and Taurus likes the material things in life: good wine, good sex, good food, good clothes, interesting cars, great surroundings. So put together, these things are superb at bringing you material success. There's a paying it forward here. You might be receiving a financial boost, perhaps a grant or a scholarship. There's the external manifestation of your inner success. This is a great time to take on anything. Now, from a deep subconscious level, we spoke of that moon before in that card somewhere, up at the Fool card. Well, the moon in Taurus here, at a deep subconscious level of your being, the moon brings about an urge for you to express yourself out to other people in here. So there is a sense now of success and a feeling of some degree of financial prosperity. There's an opportunity maybe to get involved in something which does make some money. And it's a reminder for you to remember the successes in your life and to build on those. You know, you don't always have to start at the bottom of the mountain. You've already climbed a number of mountains. You can just hop across to another level of success. Definitely there's a desire for success here. And what you should do then, this is saying, is be willing to risk, to be committed, to trust your intuition. Be open to your success now. It's no less than a gift that you can learn to accept thankfully and humbly. And real success only comes once you have learned to serve. Because success under these conditions, it enriches all the levels of your being. Say this to yourself: my self-acceptance, my self-love, and my self-confidence, they are the keys to real success. Now, this final card, which is coming at the end of this diagonal and which is being squashed by this magnificent card there, with that energy, is the Five of Swords. This looks like a warrior about to go out to battle against a blood moon. Now, this is Venus ruling the first decan of Aquarius, the 22nd to the 29th of January. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. But with Taurus, it's an earth sign. Here in Aquarius, we have Venus ruling an air sign. And this is kind of at odds with one another, because Venus is a lover and not a fighter, whereas Aquarius is a rebel ruled by Uranus. And Aquarius is a fighter, usually for causes. And so there is the danger here, although it's being pushed out of you during this process of sorting out yourself and how you view of your world, there's the danger here that the dispassionate, the objective nature of Aquarius might clash with that planet of Venus that's here. Now, just so as you are aware of it, during this process and the decisions that you make, there could be an element of fear which will arise, but you conquer that fear, as that says. But that fear can distort your view of the present and of the unknown in the future. And this means that you might also fear the result of losing control emotionally due to previous hurts from relationships. Or it could be connected with the workplace where you had experiences that stopped you from expressing yourself fully and your confidence in lost. But you're overcoming this fear, and this red energy is going to be released. And you will now say to yourself, I am not my fears. It is safe for me to live without guarding and defending myself all the time. When I feel afraid, I open my heart and let love dissolve the fear. I accept my fear. I conquer it. I rule it. And I let it go. What a fantastic spread of cards for you. Made so much better by you being here.
Well, I told you that the artwork on those cards was really beautiful, didn't I? I thought that was great. It's going to be a fantastic month for you. And I really enjoyed your company during that reading. Now, of course, unless I see you in the meantime, either for a clairvoyant reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. And until then, it's bye for now.